story tonight concerns the Constitution, more specifically the Preamble and the Bill of Rights. First, we look into the Preamble. The Preamble starts with the words, "We the people." We the people means that the Constitution is made for the people, by the people, which today means all the people of the United States, not just the white rich men. Next, we go into establishing justice. This is important because the framers wanted to make sure that they had justice in the Constitution. The quote, "all men are created equal," rings supreme for establishing justice, because today it stands for our unalienable rights. After that, we go into ensure domestic tranquility. This ultimately means to preserve peace. Today, this means that the power of preserving peace lies in the hands of the state and federal governments. Following that is provide for the common defense, in which basically the Constitution divides the defense responsibility between the legislative and executive branches. Congress alone has the power to declare war and to give funds for defense, while the president is commander-in-chief of the armed forces and bears responsibility for the defense of the country, essentially meaning the same thing today, that Congress has the power to provide for the common's defense. Next, we look to promote the general welfare. This phrase meant that the well-being of the citizens would be taken care of, as well as by the federal government. The main example I have of this today is Congress has the power to lay out and collect taxes to pay debts and provide. And lastly, but certainly not least, secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. The goal of this phrase was to help to protect the country's hard-earned rights for liberty, unjust laws, and freedom from a tyrannical government. This was a big part, especially because the emphasis on the personal liberty was one of the salient features of a new American republic. Today, this quote allows the government as much power as the people give it, meaning that the government cannot overstep its boundaries.
John, people don't watch talk shows anymore.
Cut the clip.
To start this off, let's go to the First Amendment. It involves freedom of speech, meaning people have the right to state ideas and opinions without being stopped or punished. Next, the freedom of press, which basically means people have the right to report news or circulate opinions without censorship from the government. Moving on to freedom of religion, which states people have the right to exercise their religion of their choosing. Then there's freedom of assembly, which gives people the right to come together and express their ideas. Finally, we have freedom of petition, which is the freedom to encourage or disapprove government action through nonviolent legal means.
Moving on to the Second Amendment, this starts with the right to form a militia, which is a group of people that could act as a military force in times of emergency. That is, of course, for the people who can handle it, meaning no rednecks. Speaking of rednecks, the Second Amendment includes the right for people to possess firearms for defense, but God knows what people in this town do with them.
Permission to live in your house?
Not this again. Well, at least I have my Third Amendment to protect me and my fellow U.S. citizens on an often occurrence. Sorry, guys, but as my Third Amendment states, no soldier shall in the time of peace be quartered in any house without the permission of the owner, nor in the time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Or in other words,
The Army can't live in your house. Gentlemen, he's invoked the third. Let's fall out and find another house to live in. A thing that we do.
Then the Fourth Amendment. This protects the people from unreasonable searches or seizures by the government. Even though you have this protection, it is not guaranteed an avoidance from all searches and seizures, just ones that are unreasonable and or without probable cause.
Hey, O.J. Simpson, did you, kill your wife? No, I love Nicole. I wouldn't do that. No. No, I didn't think so. The case is closed. He's not guilty. I just wrote this book on how I would've killed my wife if I would've killed her. Dude, I think we should probably charge O.J. for killing his wife. Jeez. You can't do that. The Fifth Amendment protects people from getting charged with the same crime twice. It also guarantees due process, and you can't testify against yourself in court, and you can't have your things taken without compensation. Let him get away with murder in 1995? I mean, essentially, he can never be charged or put in jail for this. And this is really sad for cases like OJ. I mean, he was rich. He got off with killing his own wife. This leads to not many people being able to be held responsible for their actions, even if they confess to the crime.
Now, the Sixth Amendment. This amendment guarantees the right to a speedy trial, right to cross-examination, and the right to know your accuser. A speedy trial means the trial will be over faster and as fair as it can be. Cross-examination is the opportunity for the opposing side to question the witness who has testified in a trial of the opposing party. Lastly, the right to know your accuser gives people the right to confront the witness testifying against them.
Next, the Seventh Amendment, which states that where the value of controversy exceeds $20, the right to a trial by jury will be preserved in the case of a civil trial, which is a trial where someone seeks repayment for damages or another remedy from a defendant.
Stop. Why? They got a speeding ticket. Well, the Eighth Amendment is protecting them from cruel and unusual punishment. Fine, now you're sitting at $1 million bail. You can't do that either. The Eighth protects them from excessive bail.
Whoa, chill.
What are you doing?
Attempting murder while you're in the shower.
That's an invasion to my right of privacy.
It doesn't say anything about privacy in the Constitution.
Actually, it does. As my Ninth Amendment states, the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights should not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people.
Could you dumb that down for me?
Of course. The Ninth Amendment is simply statements that other rights aside from these listed may exist, and just because they are not listed doesn't mean they can be violated.
My bad.
No worries.
Is it set up right? Alright, I think it is. Okay, you guys, I have a bunch of news for you. First of all, my friend Tara has been trying to tell me that I'm a closeted liberal. That's not true. I'm a cold-hearted conservative woman. Anyways, so I came to Facebook Live today because I'm fuming. I saw on my friend, Darlene, her post that President like Biden is going to try to make us all wear these muzzles. These are like muzzles. Do you see this? Muzzles. Alright? Nowhere in my Constitution does it say that they can do that. It says it lies within the people in the state. Alright? Within the people in the state. Now, the state can do what they want unless it interferes with laws. And look, yeah, I did my research. Yeah, I know what that means. But there's no way that I would believe any fake news. Alright? But did y'all hear that the birther conspiracy is true? Oh my god, I heard about that.